Hello guys, my name is Nelson Mandela from Nel City Technologies. Welcome back to our YouTube channel. If you are new here, karibu sana, and to our loyal viewers, thank you so much. Kindly everyone watching this video, subscribe to our channel if you haven't. Kindly like our videos. We have so many previous videos we have done. Kindly like the videos and ensure to watch this video till the end. I really appreciate the support from our loyal viewers to our loyal clients. It's been a great journey and we're still pushing in as much as the year is still new, but we want to give you the best this year. So many videos coming up, very interesting, very educative. So keep it up, watch our videos and subscribe. We are doing another very interesting video, but also you'll bear with us. There's some construction going on around this building, so from time to time you may hear a little bit of some background noise, so bear with us. So today we want to do a topic on Epson printers, and that's why we have this as our reference point. So we are doing everything to do with purchase of Epson printers, setup, maintenance, and how do you use it to do your daily activities. First thing first, remember we do deal with computer sales, accessory sales, computer repair and maintenance, and above all, we also sell printers, majorly Epson printers and copier printers. So keep watching this video till the end and hope you get to learn so many things, whether you are a first-time buyer or you are using Epson continuously or any other printer. Though we are majorly focusing on Epson, keep tuned in this video. I know some are owners already, but you are having challenges from here and there, but we'll at least solve some of those challenges in this video. So in this video, we want to majorly focus on this Epson L3210 for demonstration purposes. So we want to talk about Epson maintenance, how Epson works, the do's and don'ts, why choose Epson over other printers, the pros and the cons of using an Epson printer. So for demonstration purposes, we are using our own printer, the one that we use at our shop. So remember, for us, we don't unseal sealed printers unless the client buys one and gives us the go-ahead to use it for demonstration. That's why for this case, we shall be using our own printer for this video. So to start with, this is how an Epson L3210 looks like. Very simple and very portable, lightweight, and basically those who love aesthetics, I think the shape looks good, but that will depend. That's a perspective that depends on each and everyone. It may be good to my liking, but someone else love white and so on and so forth. So for this state, I'll show you the parts first of this printer. So talking about the parts, so it's simple. First and foremost, this is the printer body. Basically, it's plastic. Then we have the most interesting part that every gadget must have the switch. So this is the switch. Then if you look at this is the part where you photocopy, but black and white. This the second part, photocopy colored. So then this is the manual head cleaning button. So it helps you to head clean manually. This button with triangles at the center. So those are the 4 essential buttons. Majorly you will be using the switch, photocopy and colored buttons. So there are 2 signs here, more of like a teardrop. This one shows when the ink tank is empty, and this other one shows when the printer is out of paper. So those are the 2 major lights that we need to know. Then next on we have the scanner lid. So this the scanner area, or when you want to photocopy. So this normally the part that does the photocopying bit. So let me move to the next part. So we have the ink tank part. It has this L3210 uses 4 inks. The black, as you can see from the inside label, yellow, M for magenta, and C for cyan. Those are the 4 colors that the printer use. So these are the leads to the printer holes or nozzles. So here we have each of them can be opened simply that way. So this is the part where you refill your inks. You can see this is the one we use. So there are some basically ink remains at the top here. Then moving on, so that's how we close it. Simply press. Moving on, we have, let me tilt it a bit, show you the back. So at the back we have the paper tray. So this is the part where you insert your printing papers. So you simply pull this out. Then these are the place where you adjust depending on the paper size. For example, if I want to insert a 4x6 paper, I'll simply adjust, so that when printing this paper, when you don't adjust this paper can go when it's tilt. So you try to ensure that your paper is tight at the center. So you can majorly change that depending on the paper size. So if it's A4, I'll adjust it to A4 size. So remember, the L3210 is for printing A4 size maximum. It's not for A3 printing. So at the front, we have this other part. This is where we get the printouts. Paper gets inserted from the paper tray at the back, then comes forward at the front. Okay. Then the other last bit, we have essential ports. So as you can see, we have the power port here. This is the power port. We simply insert the power cable at that point. Okay. Then we have another essential part, the printing port. This is the port that normally gets signals from your printer, from your laptop to your printer, or rather from your computer to the printer. So basically the printer cable looks that way. This is the end that goes to the printer, and this is the end that goes to your computer or laptop or desktop, and so on and so forth. So basically you insert it at that point. So we have the printing cable and the power cable at that point. Another essential part, let me remove this first. Another essential part of this printer is the internal parts. So for this printer, the manufacturer made it easy. In case of a paper jam, you can simply open this front part and pull this scanner part up that way, so that you can easily have access to this internal part. In case of a paper jam, you can simply remove the paper at that point. So if there is a paper jam, I can simply pull this paper out of this. For intense cases, that's when you need to have a technician, or if you fear doing the removal, you can look for a technician to help you do it safely. So basically, those are some of the major parts of the Epson L32 printer. Now, moving forward, we want to also talk about another crucial part. Let's talk about the Epson ink tank. So as I had demonstrated, this is the part where we get to refill the ink. When you have refilled the ink, there are the white part, you will see ink levels at that part. So first and foremost, types of inks that Epson use. Normally, as we had introduced, Epson uses 4 inks, which is black, magenta, yellow, and cyan. So normally the printer comes in the box packed with the inks already, the 4 inks. Okay, so when purchasing this printer for the first time, you will get your inks in the box. Different Epson printers use different types of inks during the refill process. For this case, you find these are bottles. This Epson printer uses nozzles to suck the ink from this bottle. We don't pour it to this place. We just, first you ensure it's black ink, okay? Then you can see for this case there's a nozzle at this point. So even if I turn down my bottle, the ink doesn't spill out. So I simply read the label. The label is black. Confirm with the printer. Black, as we had shown you, starts at this end, the right part. So I'll open the black part, open that nozzle, and insert this until it's comfortably fitted at that point. Then I leave it there. So with time, this ink level will keep on rising. You don't pour it. You don't press those bottles while squeezing, because when you squeeze, this ink will spill to these other colors, of which you'll be now damaging your printer. So as you can see, let us confirm. You can see after placing this, my ink has been emptied into the tank. Compare this black tank, you can see the ink is full, and for this is around the middle way. This one is way below, and this other one is way below. Hope you can see the difference. So for this, we want to fill this, and now see they are all uniform. It's recommended to always ensure that your printer doesn't go way below the second mark from the bottom, because the less empty the printer is, the more damage you are causing to the nozzle of the printer and the printer head. Okay, so always ensure it's at that second part or almost half, then you refill. Then for refilling purposes, just refill all the inks. So as I had talked about, again, let me emphasize on this. As we fill the second ink, we've said for the L3210, the bottle has a nozzle. This nozzle is what is inserted to the ink tank, at the mouth of this ink tank. So for our case, we move to the second ink. This is magenta M. So if it's M, you align it with the M here. Okay, and for this case, while refilling this ink, do not squeeze. Simply place the ink at the mouth of that tank, because this bottle already has a nozzle. It will simply interlock with the other tank and the ink will comfortably come out. Do not squeeze. Simply place it at the right place. So our M will be aligned with M, and remember, our ink, for illustration purposes, this ink is at the middle. We want to see what changes after we refill. So M is also labeled here. So we'll open this and insert. As you can see, I'm not squeezing, I'm only inserting it to that point. Then you can see the ink levels going down while the ink tank is coming up. I'm not squeezing, I'm not doing anything. So always remember that, never squeeze the ink, because it will spill to this other ink, and when they mix, you'll now have to go into extra cost of looking for a technician to first clean and repair your ink, your printer. So to avoid that, simply be careful on what you are doing, because it's a simple and easy process to do. So you can see our ink has stopped moving, but if we look at the tank is full. You can see this one is half, but this other magenta is full. So that's how simple refilling ink can be. Hope you've understood to that point. Moving forward, let's talk about the inks. Always ensure you get original inks for your printer. It can be the ink, for example, the one that come with it is labeled 103. So always ensure when you are replacing your ink, you get 103 bottles. Those are original, or you get compatible original inks. For example, for this case, for us, we sell two brands, the Clarion or the Clarity. These are very compatible with your Epson printer. They'll not cause any damage. So always go for original quality inks, especially Clarity ink and Clarion inks. Okay, but now for this case, these compatible inks do not come with nozzles. For example, for my case, I'll use this yellow. So you can see this bottle is rather empty. So we want to refill this bottle before we refill our printer. We want to do a simple illustration first. We have said this bottle has no nozzle. That's why if I tilt it just a little bit, you can see the ink is coming out. So assuming I take this and place it at the nozzles, I'll damage this printer because most of the ink will be spilled out. You can see it will be spilled out. So the recommended thing after buying Clarity or Clarion ink, simply open your bottle, then open your original Epson bottle and refill this bottle with your ink first. Okay, so simply take your compatible ink, but ensure it's from a reputable brand like Clarity and Clarion. Then refill your bottle first. To that point, I'll close that. Then this is how the nozzle looks like. Okay, so I'll tighten my bottle. So if I do this, ink doesn't come out. What if I squeeze it? You find if you squeeze it, you can see what has happened. Ink will be spilled and a lot of it will come out, which will be dangerous when refilling our printer. So this was for illustration. Let me remove it from here. Now we have cleaned our working area. You have seen how this goes to this bottle, and we can now refill our ink. So yellow is the second part, this one. So this one is also yellow. So I'll open this and start that. So you can see the ink movement in that bottle. So at that point the ink movement stops. It means our tank here, our tank there is full. Okay, so that's how we refill Epson inks. We want to also talk about driver installation. Remember, when you purchase your printer, it has to work with your computer. So for the printer to work with your laptop or your desktop, you have to install drivers on your computer for them to interact. Another thing, the work of this cable is to link your laptop and your printer. This only works when the drivers are installed on your laptop or in your computer. So we want to get to see how we install those drivers, how we download them if need be. So need you to note, when you are buying the printer, some manufacturers normally pack the disk drive, the CD drive that has those drivers, but some do not pack it. Or you find you have the CD drive that came with the box, inside the box, but now your laptop doesn't support the disk drive slot. So for that case, you will be forced to download those drivers. Now, let me show you how to download them and how to install. But before that, always remember to download your drivers from the Epson site only, because you'll find some other site giving you wrong drivers, or you even download softwares that won't work. So always download your drivers from the recommended Epson sites only. So now let me show you how to download and install your drivers into your laptop for it to be related with a printer. And when downloading your drivers, always check at the model. Every model has different drivers. If you have L3210, for example, like this one, you'll simply search drivers for L3210, same to 3250, and any other Epson available all over the world. It doesn't matter, simply use the name to look for that drivers. Now, we have said if you don't have the CD drive, or maybe the printer hasn't come with the CD drive in the box, or your laptop doesn't support the CD drive, so you start by downloading the software. So we'll simply say, as an example, we are using our own printer, so we'll say Epson L3210 printer drivers. Okay, so with just this word here, Epson L32 printer drivers, we can now enter, and automatically it will bring us to our site here. You can see Epson download center, we have Epson India, so all of them are okay. Those are accredited Epson support websites, so we'll use the 3210 series website. So after it loads, this is it. So we'll simply move downwards to printer drivers. You can see it's 67.23 MBs. Then we'll also need to download the Epson scanner drivers, that is 66.39 MBs. So we'll start with the printer drivers, proceed to download. Then we go to this site, we have agree to software license agreement, then we can be able to download that. So you can see, for me, I'm using internet download manager, so it will prompt me to start. But if you are using directly on Chrome, it will go directly to the downloads part. You can see it's downloading. As that one downloads, let's move to the scanner drivers. So here, just move downwards, and we'll also need the scanner drivers. So we proceed to download. We agree to the software license agreement, then we download. As you can see here, the OS supported are Windows 11, Windows 10, 8, 7, Vista, XP, and so on and so forth. So we download that, and automatically will be prompted to start downloading. So it's still prompting the MBs there. We can simply start loading that, and remember it's around 66 MBs, so we'll see the percentage at around 66 MBs. We are currently at 16 MBs. As that continues to download, let us look at the already completed download, which is the printer drivers. So I'll move to downloads and programs. So you can see here we have the L3264 bit. So this one is the printer drivers. So I can now, I'll use that for illustration on installations. Now that we've downloaded the Epson, let me label this, rename this to more, rename, so that we can all understand. Epson L3210 printer driver. Okay, so that's basically what this means. That's the software we need for printing. We cannot print from a printer without installing the printing drivers, and also we cannot be able to scan from the printer without the scanner drivers. For photocopying doesn't need a driver because it is done automatically from the printer. You simply press the black and white button or the colored button and you'll be able to photocopy. So I'll also rename this to Epson L32. I'll also rename this to Epson L32 scanner, L3210 scanner drivers. Okay, nice. So basically this is what you'll find inside the disk: the printer driver and scanner drivers. Now let's go back to the installation process. Let me show you how to install. So after inserting that printer cable, you can now install the drivers. So I'll simply select the printer drivers. We are now doing the installation process of printer drivers and scanner drivers. So you simply connect the printer cable to your printer and let it be on. You set your printer on, then I can now right click and open that driver as an admin. So this is the Epson L32 printer driver. So I want to install, yes. Set as a default printer. If you have it as the only printer, you can set as the default. So for now I can ignore automatic updates. Can also set it as default. So it will ask me the language, English. Yeah, if you understand Germany, and select that on the language. If you understand, there are so many languages here: Indonesia, Kiswahili, Malayu, and so on. So you can use English. That's what I understand. Agree. You can see now this part installing. It may take several minutes. So you let it be as it installs. So you can see here the setup is complete. The setup is complete, so I'll simply press OK. For example, let me go to Word and see, can I be able to print something? So Word. When I open Word, let's say this L32 quotation, and I want to print it out. So you can see here my L3210 is ready, meaning I can be able to print out this L32 quotation document. If it's not ready, it won't print. For example, as you can see, this L14150 series, here it's written it's offline, meaning it won't be able to print, because being offline means either the cable is not connected, one, or two, the printer itself is off, so it won't be able to print. So for our case here, the L3210 series is ready to print. Now Let me also show you how to scan. So secondly, we'll install. So you select that scanner drivers, right click, then open as administrator, then select yes. Now the setup will start to scan. This program will install scan 2 on your computer. Press next to continue. I agree to the terms of the software, then next. So as you can see, the software is getting installed. So you have to give it some minutes to install. But remember, your printer should be connected, then finish. So if I search down here at the search bar and say scan, you can see Epson Scan 2 is already installed. I can open that, give it time to load, and here it is. So we have the Epson L3210 has already been selected by default. So that's it. You can now select your document, then scan the document. You can also be able to preview the document before you scan. So that's how you do the Epson driver installation. It can be any printer, whether it's the 3210, 3250, L14150, Epson 850. For example, if I was to download the Epson L850 drivers, I'll simply say Epson L850 drivers. So automatically you can see the Epson L850 support sites. These are the support download centers. I can simply go for this download center, let it load. Region will select automatically. What we need is the printer drivers. Here it is, and the Epson scan. You can ignore the other things so that you don't get confused about it. So you can see printer scan and Epson scan. Those are the two softwares that you need for that case. Another thing I can brush through is this software here. This is Epson Easy Photo Print. This helps your work when you want to simply select a photo to print, maybe passport size. You can also download this software and organize your photo into passport size photographs for printing. So it's another essential driver for printing your photos easily. Next on, we are looking at the basic maintenance practices that you need to do to help conserve your printer for longer service time and to also ensure its performance. So we have simple maintenance practices like, some are obvious, as you may know. Do not place it in cold or dampy places. You find your working table may be having some water droplets, then you place your printer there. That is very wrong. To ensure your printer is placed in a less dusty place. Okay, sometimes we find challenges in that. Maybe your cyber cafe is located near a roadside and that place is dusty. So always just ensure you wipe your printer with a dry cloth, and you can also be blowing your printer using an electric blower frequently as part of the maintenance. Also, ensure you only buy the recommended types of ink from reputable shopping places like Nail City Technologies. We will always give you the right ink for your printer, and also ensure that when using your printer you always have your power surges or a TV guard to help protect it from electrical faults. And also always switch your printer off from the switch button. Some normally love shortcuts. You simply go to your socket and switch it off. That's very wrong. Always use the button, the recommended button to switch your printer off. Another thing, ensure you frequently use your printer, because take for example, I've now refilled my inks and I take this printer and dump it somewhere. You'll find that let's say after a month I'm coming to use it, I may print and nothing comes out because the printer nozzle is clogged since it hasn't been used frequently. So always ensure to use your printer frequently to keep it running, to keep it in good shape. So there are some don'ts that you need to look at. Do not buy fake inks. They are just the points I've already talked about. Do not buy fake inks. Do not switch off from the socket. Do not place it in a dumpy place. Do not leave it too dusty. So kindly look at that to give your printer more life, to give it better performance and durability. So the other crucial part of maintenance that everyone should know, that is very essential, is head cleaning. What is head cleaning? Head cleaning means, let's say you printed so many papers and now you find that the printout that is coming is faint or has so many lines on it, or the color you are expecting isn't what is coming out. Maybe it's faint, blurred, and so on and so forth. So head cleaning needs to be done. It For this L3210, head cleaning can be done manually by pressing this circle button that has a triangle inside. So you press it roughly for some 30 seconds. So let me do an illustration. So I'll use this for illustration. So for this case, L3210 or L3250, you can do manually or you can do it the software way. So first I'll illustrate the manual way, then I'll also do a screen recording of the software way. So first, as we had said, this is the switch. So you can see it's showing green. Then I'll press this for some 30 seconds. So you can hear some sounds. During this manual head cleaning, that noise will take some time, about 2 to 3 minutes. Just let the printer be as it continues with the head cleaning process until you'll hear the noise has totally stopped. That means the head cleaning process will be totally done. An advantage for doing the software head cleaning process is that you will see there will be a bar there showing you how the process is going until when it ends. And it will also prompt you to finish when it ends. Unlike the manual way, you will have to just bear with the noise until the printer on its own gets to be quiet. So for this case, the process is still going on. I'll also show you how to do the software side of head cleaning using a screen recording from my laptop. So now I want to show you how to do the head cleaning process. So we have two ways you can use. The first way, you'll start by searching for printers down here. For whether you're using Windows 11 or 10 printers, then you'll see these printers and scanners. So enter, then I'll identify my printer. This is L3210. So for this case, I'll go to printing preferences. So even in Windows 10, the idea is the same. So printing preferences, we have this option here, maintenance. Under maintenance, we have head nozzle check, print head cleaning. So here you can check your nozzles, how they are. It will automatically print something. So you don't click on the wordings, you click on these icons. Those are the sensitive part. So for the wording, if you click, there's nothing that happens. But for this part, if you click, it will prompt you to at least do something. So for this case, to perform a nozzle check, make sure the printer is on and connected. So for this case, I don't want to do a nozzle check. I just want to show you how to do the print head cleaning. So here we'll do print head cleaning. So remember, you don't click here, you click on the icon. So I'll click on that. It will tell you please wait. Click start to clean the head nozzles. So I will click on start. So head cleaning is done when maybe you've done a lot of printing and now there are lines getting printed on your paper, or the printout is not very visible. So you do the head cleaning process, and now your printer will start making some noises. So when you hear those noises, don't panic, because this process here is going on, the head cleaning process is going on. So the noise will progress until this gray bar reaches the finish point, and it will prompt you to finish the process. So we'll have to wait for some 2 to 3 or 5 minutes depending on your printer and the state of head cleaning needed. So you can see the process is almost ending. We want to see what will be prompted at the end of it all. Nice. So the process has ended. So you can read here, the cleaning cycle is finished. To verify that cleaning was effective, print nozzle check. So you can again print the nozzle check to confirm that all the patterns are printed. For our case, I wanted just to show you how to do your head cleaning process using the software part. So I'll simply do finish. Okay, now that's the first method. The other method, you can open Word. So this is the easiest one. You can open Word, then from Word go to home. Now that we are at home, simply press on your blank document file, then assuming you want to print something. So from the printing part, we go to printer properties. Then from the printer properties window, we'll now have this part, maintenance. This. So I can simply show you with this yellow. We have this part here. You can see where my arrow is pointing. So we have that. Okay. So we have that. So you can simply now go to maintenance and print head nozzle to check on how the nozzles are. Then you can do your head cleaning process the same way we did at the other point, but remember the wordings are not selective, so use the icons. Nice. So that's basically the how head cleaning is done using the software process. Now at L32 Technologies, the most common Epson printer that we sell is the Epson L3250 and Epson L3210. I'll show you. So the difference between the two is that one, the Epson L3250 supports cable printing. You can print via the printer cable, and it also supports wireless printing over Wi-Fi. You can print over the Wi-Fi network wirelessly, as compared to the L3210, which uses only cable printing. You can only print from your computer via the printer cable. So Epson L3210 and Epson L3250 supports colored printing. You can print both black and white and colored. Also support A4 printing, so you can print A4 and 4x6 and A5. So the maximum printing size is A4. You can photocopy, you can print, and you can scan, as I had shown you the scanner for this printer. So it is called 3-in-1 printer because it can photocopy, print, and scan. It's very affordable. We also sell 3 printers like the Epson L14150, although currently out of stock, but we are restocking soon, and a video of the same will be inserted here about the L14150, how it functions, how it works, and everything about it. So today I have this printer. It's Epson L14150. It performs A3 printing and A4. So it also has Wi-Fi. It can connect to the Wi-Fi via Ethernet or wirelessly. It has printing two-sided. You can also have multiple paper inputs. It can photocopy, scan, and print. You can also use the mobile app to print directly from your phone. It also has a 6x8 touchscreen to make it easy for use. So you can also order from us at L32 Technologies. We are L32 Technologies. We are located at Ambwere Furaha Building, first floor in Kakamega Town. Visit us for great deals at affordable prices. Thank you for watching to this point. I hope the video was very educative. Kindly subscribe to our channel and also get to watch all our other videos. Like and share it widely with your friends and family. Thank you.